We must collect the index before we can activate the installation.
Hello everybody, my name is Sakurabi and welcome back to Halo Combat Evolved. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you here. This is my fifth time recording this one episode. Not in a row, which is the fun part. As well, because, you know, why not? We are gonna try and get this done as fast as possible, because I don't want to have to do this for a fifth or sixth time. So, we're just gonna keep on rolling and grooving. Yeah, no, the reason why it's taken so long to get this specific episode done is, like I said, this is my fifth or sixth time recording it. First time it didn't work because it would, what did it do? It didn't record my game audio, if I remember correctly. Could be remembering that incorrectly, but it didn't record, no, it didn't record my game audio the first time around. Yeah, the first time I did this, it didn't record my, my game audio whatsoever. The second time, it didn't record, oh god, it didn't record something. There, have a grenade. Oh. God. Yeah, you access that override. Alright, I gotta just keep going. Okay, first time, it didn't record my game audio. My second time around, it didn't,
You brought such ineffective weapons to combat the Flood, despite the containment protocols.
Something else didn't record for some reason. And then the most recent one, which was, like, yesterday, for some reason it recorded my desktop and not my actual, like, it didn't record the right monitor. Let's put it that way. So, yeah, that was kind of how recording this has been going. I.e., it really hasn't. So, I'm just trying to get this done as fast as possible. I actually, the third time that I recorded this, when it didn't work, I actually got so mad that I basically said, I'm like, no, if this doesn't work, then I'm just gonna say screw it and just record the gameplay itself. And no, come back with a clear head. And here I am with a clear head. That, and I just woke up, so I'm kind of groggy, so I'm probably not gonna talk as much, but it won't be as bad as me being pissed. Me being pissed while trying to play it.
Research facilities are most impressive.
Oh Jesus, forgot about this.
Your current climate movement scans as a class 2, which is ill-suited for this kind of work. Causing a plasma conduit breach in section 5 has disrupted power flow to a gravitic maintenance assembly.
But that's okay. I don't need to worry about that because I'm already at the elevator. So yeah, and the main thing, when I died, well, not died, when I, oh yeah, wait, it gets worse, yes it does, when the last time I did this, and that was the run that it decided it wanted to, just straight up not record the right monitor. I made some points about this mission in particular and it was more why I didn't like it when I was mad, and that was because I don't think it's a good level design when you have constantly like infinitely respawning enemies, but I understand that that's how the Flood work, is that they're called the Flood for a reason. It's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to swarm. So I shouldn't get mad at the game for that, because they made the enemies how they're supposed to act. So, but in a way, the way that they did it with some of them could have been done better. Like, yeah, it has respawning enemies like this constantly running at you, but the issue with how some of it goes is that mostly. And I mean, that could just be me just being, you know, bad at the game. But one of the other many things that I had wrong was when you go in here specifically. I mean, it's nice to have these drones basically just flying around helping you, but because they're a lot better than what you were stuck with on any other mission, which was basically just AI enemies that just do not die within like 5 hits. So having these guys flying around with you for this, like, for the few sections that they're here is fine. But, and I think I killed them before it. Yeah, one of these guys is carrying a rocket launcher, which is kind of cheap, if you think about it in the long run. But no, it's with the infinitely respawning enemies on top of everything else that this game likes to do, like this reticle mainly being more of a suggestion is the best way that I can really describe it. Is the reticle for shooting is more of a suggestion than it is anything else, because yeah, you have this circle that's basically telling you where you're aiming, but it's not entirely an accurate idea of where you're aiming, and sometimes it can take at least an entire clip just to kill one enemy. And then, again, that's more dependent on whether... That more is dependent on, like, where the gun decides it wants to fire, basically. Because every shot is a hip fire, basically, if you want to think of it that way. I hope that it's fixed in the other games, because having an actual way of aiming, or at least making this, like, hipfire reticle at least somewhat tighter, because if you're not going to give someone the ability to aim, unless they're using a sniper rifle or the pistol, then at least make it somewhat more accurate. The best part is we don't have to worry about these guys, because we just gotta do this. And there we go. But I don't want to ride the elevator. Well, we're stuck here, so suck it up, Chief. And I actually did hear about Master Chief losing his virginity in the TV show, and if it's correct, then that's just masturbation with extra steps. I'm sorry, that's what it is. He basically has a giant sex toy. Like I said, if it happened the way that I heard it happen, then that's how I take it, which is hysterical in my mind. But, and the one thing I do like about, and as me complaining about this game not having, well, about this game having infinitely respawning enemies, or if you stay in one spot, they infinitely respawn. So, like, if I were to stay here, and things were spawning out of there, then they would constantly keep spawning and they wouldn't stop. But they do at least give you enough ammo, which is at least the nice thing about it. Because this game, if it really wanted to, it could give you, like, next to no ammo for a section like this and just call it a day. But no, they give you, granted, there are enemies that are running around with them, but it at least gives you, like I said, at least gives you ammo to fight with. Like that. That's what I mean by it's a suggestion. Theoretical. Now, if I remember correctly, from doing this mission so many friggin' times. Oh, idiot. The one part of this entire mission that I hate the absolute most is coming up. And I hate it for the one simple reason of they throw so many of the weapon enemies, is that what they call them? The actual, like, zombified flood.
The installation was specifically built to study and contain the flood. Their survival as a race was dependent upon it. I am grateful to see that some of them survived to reproduce.
Yeah, well, the problem with that is, they didn't exactly, oh, I don't know, contain the flood. They kind of died. So, I mean, did it really work in the long run? Not really. That's the answer to that one. Not really. Just kind of scoot on through here. And now we just gotta hold out for a little bit.
I will deactivate the security lock. Wait here.
I've got nothing else to do. And the good thing is it locks that off. So it's just this one room you have to worry about. That, and I like to do that. I like to pre-nade some of the areas. Because I know that these big guys are just going to keep coming through. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Come on, open up this big door for me. There we go. And the good thing is we got more of these guys back. And I'm not sure if it actually works. Oh, I'm trying to stay as close to you as possible, big boy. Oh, yep, and this is what I mean when they send a lot of you after them. But that's okay, because we got... Oh, Jesus. We actually have somewhat reliable backup. That's okay about those guys coming after us, because we're just going to get on this elevator here. And we're just going to hop along. There we go. We're at, I want to say we're at the last section of this. And it's actually going to be bringing in the thing that I said that I hated real soon. But that's okay, because we're just going to keep running. And we're not going to worry about it. There we go. Right, I gotta go down here. But they're still behind me, so I'm gonna have to keep an open mind about that one. I think they're still behind me. Yep, they're still behind me. Alright. Right, I gotta go this way. But I gotta wait for this guy to open the door. I'm pretty sure I gotta wait for him to open the door. No, I gotta wait for him to get here and then open the door. Well, he looks at this dead body. Well, I'm waiting for you to get the door open, buddy. While you're just standing there looking at the frickin' body on the ground. Just like, yes, this is dead. That, and I've also learned while doing this multiple times, that if I actually kill those, like, orb flood, I think they're like the egg sacs, the mobile egg sacs or whatever. I don't know what they're actually called, but if I kill them, they actually act as grenades.
Are already hard at work preparing your vessel. Its parasitic nature belongs.
Yep, this is the part that I hate. Yep, this is the part that I hate, because not only when I not necessarily round that corner, but when I go into that section, there are a lot of the enemies that can actually, like, shoot guns, and that big door, if I can breathe. Oh, hi. I didn't even realize you were there. They actually come through that door as well. Oh god, I'm getting massacred right now by these friggin' Orbeez. So I basically need to stay, like, right here as they come after. Like, the door opens, and I think they jump through. Yep. If I remember that correctly, and I did. And then the rest of them are all just kind of easy peasy, like... I say that, but I think one of them has a rocket launcher. I could be wrong. Nah, it doesn't matter anyway. So, and now, what I have to do, along with all these constantly spawning enemies, is... I need to get... over there, because that's the end of the mission. And I didn't realize that every single time that I've done this mission, and you think I would because of how many times I've done it, that's the end of the mission right there. And these guys do not stop spawning. So, you just back up onto it, and you're done.
The energy barrier surrounding the index will deactivate when we reach the ground floor.
Cool. I bet this mission is a speedrunner's nightmare. Especially on, like, a harder difficulty, because I'm only playing this on normal.
You may now retrieve the index.
Cool, I get to retrieve the index, but you're gonna take it away from me. Because I'm more easily corruptible by the Flood. Your exact explanation entirely. So, yoink.
Protocol requires that I take possession of the index for transport. Your organic form renders you vulnerable to infection. The index must not fall into the hands of the Flood before we reach the control room and activate the installation.
Cool.
The Flood is spreading. We must hurry.
You sound so worried about that. You're so calm, and now you're not. And now we have the next mission, but that's going to have to wait. Alright, so that's going to do it for this episode of Halo Combat Evolved. So we have the index, and I don't really remember what the index is, but I think it has something to do with stopping the Flood on the planet. if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've played this game, if you haven't been able to, tell. Yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. If you liked it, drop a like. If you want to see more, go ahead and hit subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace. I actually remembered that while I was doing it, what the issues that I were having were I had no game audio the first time around. The second time around, my microphone recorded this quietly. And the third time, which was the most recent one, was because of it recording my desktop. So hopefully this one works out okay.